Welcome to another edition of the Football Happy Hour. I'm your host, Jeremy St. Louis. Our crew is in Tampa Bay all this week, getting you all set for Super Bowl 55. We've had great guests all day today. It continues all week long, and with that, a special guest is with us. Let's send it out to Tampa. Amanda Guerra and the gang. Amanda, take it away.
Tri-State for a reason, because of this exact 53-degree, very cold and overcast weather. I'm Amanda Guerra with you, along with Pete Briscoe, Jamie Eisenberg, and we are very excited to welcome in a good friend, Saquon Barkley. Saquon, last year we were all able to be on Raider Row together. This year's a little bit different. So just how are you doing, first and foremost?
Doing good. Snowing here. I see you guys talking about 53 over there. So it's snowing here in Jersey. I got to go out with the family and the dog a little bit, playing in the snow. So it's a good start to the day.
Oh, that's a nice day. All right, we got to ask you this first and foremost. You tore your ACL early on in the season, week 3. How's rehab? What can we expect from you moving forward?
Rehab is going really well. Just coming in with the mindset of attacking every single day, get 1% better every single day. Have an amazing team, amazing doctor with Dr. Elitrage, and then working with the Giants. They've been doing an amazing job. So for me, just trying to get better, and wherever the opportunity I can come back, try to be a better version I can be for my team.
Saquon, a lot of guys who have gone through your rehab say there are days when you get up and you go, oh, no, I got to do this again. It's the same ritual. It's tough to do. You ever have any of those days? And where are you exactly in terms of the progress of your rehab?
Yeah, you have those days where it can feel repetitive, but you just got to remind yourself that this hard work is going to pay off. All the stuff that you're doing right now, focusing on the little muscles and focusing on strengthening the quad, strengthening the knees, strengthening the lower body, so you can go out and lower the chances of you re-injuring it. It's something that got to stay in your mind. And for me right now, the part of rehab I'm in is just focusing on just getting better every single day. The 1%, whatever it is. It could be anything, but focus on better and also appreciating your little wins. I feel like that's also important too during your rehab process.
Saquon, when you're going through this, obviously there's a end result that you're looking for when you come back to the field. Is the mindset of, I have to remind people just how great I was before the injury? Is your approach, I want to lead the league in rushing, I want to be a 2,000 total yard guy? Where's the goals that you're setting for yourself once you get back on the field and get a chance to prove just how great you are once again?
The mindset and the goal right now is just to come back, and whenever I am able to come back, and just try to be the best version I can be for my team.
But is there something in mind, like, I have to remind people just how great I was as a player? And do you think maybe people may have forgotten just how great you were that rookie season?
That does cross your mind a little bit. But when that opportunity comes, I think I can show them better than I could tell them. So just focusing on an opportunity, try to be the best version I can be for my team.
Is it tough watching your team go through a season when you really can't be a part of it?
Hard, very hard. Definitely hurt. That's probably one of the hardest things, to be honest, is when Sunday's watching. I guess you could say, how you were talking about when you have your down days. Sundays are probably the worst and the best days for me because, just being very supportive of my team and seeing those guys go out there, especially in the middle and to the back half of the season when things started clicking for us. But it sucks. You miss it. You think you love the game a lot, but it shows you how much you really, truly do love it when it's taken away from you. So that's why I just can't wait to just be able to get back on the football field and put on that New York Giants uniform and go play the sport that I love.
Saquon, what was your assessment of Daniel Jones, just watching him? And then I'll ask you a follow-up now, but after you give us your assessment of Daniel Jones, talk about what you thought when you saw him making that run and then stumbling at the end before he was able to find the end zone.
Yeah, I was there at the game, actually. I was literally we were always so hyped, and I just saw him fall, and I was just screaming in the booth, "You gotta get your knees up, DJ. You gotta get your knees up." But we were able to finish the drive and score, so that doesn't really matter anymore. But DJ, I think it's, I'm a big fan of DJ. Obviously, not just as a person, but as a player. You guys don't get to see, and when I mean not just you guys personally, but fans and everyone outside don't get to see how much DJ really cares about football and how much work he actually puts in. And I'm a big believer in, you put the work in and it's going to come back and it's going to benefit you. And I believe if you continue to have that mindset, he's going to show everyone, not just in New York, how great a quarterback he is and how great a quarterback he's going to be.
Saquon, you're giving your quarterback a lot of props there, and you mentioned how you guys toward the end of the season really started to click. Obviously, you were on the sidelines watching. Kind of give me an assessment for your team, some things you guys would like to work on in the offseason to really make strides next year.
I would say just not only from just last year, but my first 3 years in the league, we got to start better.
Okay.
I believe we're a talented team. I believe we have the pieces. Obviously, Judge and Gettleman and all those guys are going to find a way to even make us a better team. But I just feel like we got to find a way to start better. We finished the season off strong, but we put our faith in another team's hands, and we can't allow that. So I would say just find a way to start better, and I think that starts in the offseason and with even obviously with COVID, but when we are allowed to get back together, really focus on how we can get faster starts and really focusing on how we can start the year faster.
Saquon, a lot was made of Joe Judge in training camp, and you were running sprints, and guys were forced to do a bunch of extra stuff, and people said, "Oh my gosh, this is an old school coach." And yet, as you went through the season, the team got better. What is your impression of Joe Judge as a football coach?
I believe that Joe Judge is a great coach. I believe that, not that I believe, I know. He finds a way to get the best out of his players. And every single day you come to work, you're gonna get better. You're gonna find a way to get better, not only physically, whether it's just understanding the football, understanding the game, understanding the situation. Even understanding, for me, like I've learned so much about special teams this year. And I really never really had a role in special teams in the NFL so far. But I would say since he became the head coach, not only myself, but I think I don't want to speak for other players, but I believe we all can say we've learned a lot more, and our IQ of the football game has grown tremendously. And I just love what he stands for and the way he comes to work every single day and the way he pushes us and get the best out of us. And I'm really excited for the future with him.
Saquon, I know you're a big student of the game. I know you played Madden a lot. This rookie class of running backs was pretty special. Jonathan Taylor, J.K. Dobbins, Cam Akers. You saw a lot of guys stand out, have very strong rookie seasons. You had one of the best rookie seasons that we've seen from the running back position. What would you give advice to those guys going from year one to year two to build off that success as a rookie and continue to progress into their NFL careers?
That's a great question. I would say take your off-season serious. Not saying that I didn't take my off-season serious, but it's going to be the first time where you have free time like you never, ever had in your life. Because especially in college, it's right after. You got to find the balance of when to take some free time and take care of your body and get your body back right, and knowing when to get the grind on and get your body prepared for a 16-game season. And I would say that would be my biggest advice, would be really get a great handle of your offseason, especially the first one, because you're going to have a lot more free time than you never had in your life. And you're going to find yourself sitting on your couch like, okay, I did this, I did that, and like, now what else should I do? So I would say find a way to handle your offseason the best way you can.
Saquon, obviously we're here in Tampa getting ready for the Super Bowl. Before we let you go, we got to ask for your pick. Obviously, one of your former teammates, Chris Godwin, is playing in the Super Bowl. So who are you going with here? Who do you think is going to win?
I think the Bucs is going to win, and I'm saying the Bucs because I just think it would be an amazing story for Tom Brady to get his 7th ring, especially with a new team, and just at the age that he's doing it. And prior to the season, a lot of people counting him on and doubting him. I would say just that storyline to me would be amazing. So I would say I would love to see the Bucs win.
We're looking forward to seeing you next season. I know you're a big fan of Oikos. Tell us about that.
Yes, being able to partner with Oikos with their Pro Face Challenge coming up and with a Super commercial. And the Pro Face is just what you do in the weight room. That PR, when you send that PR, you're maxing out, and that face that you're making, that intense face and showing the raw emotion. When you're squatting, when you're benching, and trying to get your max out, and then also being able to partner with them with the Oikos Pro for pros and giving back to trainers in the country, in America, and I think up to $1,000, is the minimum, and then they can go to Pros for Pros, Oikos Pro for Pros, www.oikosprofpros.com, where they can be able to get 100% profit. All the money that's donated within February to them. And I think it's an amazing idea to be able to give back to trainers, especially during this pandemic where working out kind of been forced to do it in your home gym or in your home living room. So it's amazing to be able to partner with them and to be able to give back.
All right, Saquon Barkley, thank you so much for joining us here on HQ. I know we're not going to complain anymore about the cold. You got snow. Enjoy the snow there. And we are very much looking forward to watching you on the field again next season. Thanks.
Thank you.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.